In this module, you will learn about the road users to whom you must always give way. They are pedestrians, emergency vehicles, tram. You must always give way to pedestrian. The fact: in this region, accidents related to pedestrians are comparatively higher than other countries. This study is based on a per 100,000 populations ratio. Pedestrians always have first priority to cross the road, merely because a pedestrian is not protected on the road the way we are inside our vehicles. Vehicles have different safety features to protect them if required, but a pedestrian has none. Whether they are walking in the protected area or not, being a driver, it is your responsibility to be concerned about their safety. Slow down or stop when required and allow a pedestrian to cross the road to avoid any accident and to also avoid any fine. Being a pedestrian yourself, you must only cross at the designated areas to avoid any accidents or fines as well. Pedestrian traffic signals. In the designated areas, most of the traffic signals are controlled by the pedestrians for their road crossing. They can control the pedestrian traffic signal with the help of a pelican box. As a road user, a pedestrian must obey the pedestrian traffic signal, and as a safe driver, you must slow down and be more cautious if pedestrians do not obey the traffic signals. Pedestrian at pedestrian crossings. You must slow down and proceed with caution while approaching a pedestrian crossing indicated by road markings and traffic lights, or where a police officer is controlling movement of the traffic. In case you can see that there are no signals or a police officer controlling the traffic, you still must give way to the pedestrian. Usually, you will find pedestrian crossings at the following locations: across the road, either a two-way street or a multi-lane road, at intersections, and at slip lanes. A slip lane is an area of the road for vehicles turning right that is separated from other parts of the road by a traffic island. Usually, it is found at intersections. Remember, pedestrians always have priority, even if they are walking on the footpath and they come across you. If a motor vehicle collides with an ongoing pedestrian, it usually results in serious injury or fatality. You can watch it in the following clips. You must always give way to emergency vehicles. As a road user, you must always give priority to emergency vehicles. Emergency vehicles are as follows: official vehicles, firefighters, ambulances, police vehicles, military vehicles when they proceed in convoy. You can easily spot them as they approach with loud sirens and flashing lights. It is your duty to give way to these vehicles to pass smoothly. Even if you are standing at the traffic light and your signal is green, you must stop or move aside to give priority for these vehicles to pass. You must always give way to tram. A tram is a public vehicle powered by electricity and ground cables. Road and Transport Authority has introduced trams to ensure smooth transportation of people in Dubai. While you are driving near the tram, you must be cautious of the ongoing tram to avoid any collision. It may be difficult for a tram to stop suddenly. Tram priority tracks. Tram has a separate track on the road for movement, but it does intersect with other road users at junctions and pedestrian crossings. So it is essential that all road users, vehicles, and pedestrians must give priority to the passing tram to avoid any danger. However, on these tracks, emergency vehicles have the first priority to pass. Tram obstruction. No road user is allowed to obstruct the movement of the tram in any way. Any of the following conducts can be considered as a violation and can attract a fine: stopping the vehicle on the tram track, parking the vehicle at an undesignated spot, littering in front of the tram, or fixing any kind of outdoor hoarding at the tram track. Tram, crossing and entry restriction. Pedestrians are allowed to cross the tram track by only using the designated areas. Walking around the tram track is considered as a violation. Tram accident. In case of any collision with the tram, you must remain at the accident scene until the police or the rescue team arrives.